Om, the sound before the beginning and after the end. In your comfortable enough seat, I'll invite you to make this sound with me. Deep breath in. Om. Allowing the silence that comes after the Om to reverberate its vibration through every cell of your being, drawing you into this moment. And now I'll invite you to close your eyes or gaze down the bridge of your nose to further bring your awareness internally and begin to notice the rhythm of your breath. Tuning into the movement of your aliveness moving through your body. Noticing if there's any movement in your lower abdomen, and if you like, bringing your hand there to draw your attention. Noticing the expansion and contraction of your aliveness moving through you. And then noticing the expansion and contraction of your ribs. And again, if you like, bringing your hands there, maybe to the side of your body, if that's comfortable, on your shoulders, to notice this expansion and contraction as you breathe in and out, your natural rhythm in and out of your nose. No need to change, concentrate, or analyze. Simply allow your breath to move through your body. If you find that you are breathing through your mouth, you can try attaching the tip of your tongue to the place behind your front teeth, and sometimes that helps the breath come in and out of the nose more easily. And now moving your hands to your chest or leaving them at your legs, to move your attention to the rise and fall of your chest, maybe the expansion and contraction of your collarbones. Perhaps noticing that your breath has begun to deepen and slow just with your attention. And now moving your awareness to your throat and your nose, noticing the sensations of air moving through your throat and your nose. And now we'll have a release breath together, which is an inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth with a little sound. And then again, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth with a little sound. And now with your attention still on the rhythm of your breath, we'll start to move with your breath. So as you inhale, leaning forward, keeping your hands on your knees, your sit bones are on your seat, keeping your chin gently tucked even as you lift your sternum up. So you're creating this extension through your spine by moving the front of your body. And then as you exhale, pushing the front of your body into the back of your body. So your spine rounds, but the action comes from the front of your body. And then adding your breath again through your nose. So as you exhale, you're leaning back. And if you like, you can hold on to your knees and then push as much as you like with the front of your body, leaning back. And then as you inhale, coming forward, extension and flexion. What's important here is simply being aware of what you notice. Notice what you feel in the front of your body. Notice what you feel in the back of your body. And continuing your attention on the rhythm of your breath. As you come forward, maybe squeezing your shoulder blades together so you can get a little bit more push through your sternum. And on your exhale, pushing out all of the breath. And now coming to center and then seeing if there's anything that needs to wiggle out. So maybe pushing your sit bones in, wiggle your spine, roll your shoulders. If you need to have another release breath, take another release breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And now we'll go side to side. So we're going to do both sides. It doesn't matter which side you do first. One hand comes to the side of your body. Your other arm comes up. If this is uncomfortable on your shoulder, you can bring your hand to your hip. You could even just let it stay down by the side. But you want to try to get some space between your hip and your ribs. So you're not just leaning over, you're actually lifting up and over, which this is why sometimes the arm helps with this. And then the other side. So just going side to side a few times to become aware of your sit bones on the seat, maybe pushing your opposite sit bone into the earth as you stretch to the side and reach to the side. And then starting to add your breath so that you're exhaling to the side and inhaling up to center. And I'm going to keep moving, but I'm going to encourage you to either close your eyes or to maybe softly gaze down so that you know that you're following your own rhythm. And I'm just going to keep moving in case you need a little reminder of what we're doing side to side. But rather than move with the rhythm of my breath or the cadence of my movements, I'm going to encourage you to move with the natural rhythm of your own breath. Let's do one more each side. And then the next time you come to center, bring both arms over your head, bring your palms together, look up at your hands. Take a big breath in through your nose, and as you exhale out of your nose, draw your hands down to your heart center, following with your eyes and your head. And then gently release your hands to your knees again, and just look over one shoulder and then the other. And now, in any way that makes sense to you, come to standing. So I'm just going to move my props out of the way here. After I stand up, maybe. This is the most important part of the practice, getting up and down off of the floor. Okay, I did it. All right, so once you're standing, your feet are at what feels like hips distance. And then you're just going to start to wiggle your arms, roll from the outside to the inside of your feet. And then let all four corners of your feet be on the mat. And then we're just going to start to twist. So first let your arms swing, nice and soft arms, and then let the twist come through your shoulders and your ribs. And then take your feet a little bit wider than they are, letting your arms get bigger. And then you're going to lift up one of your heels as you turn away from it and add that little extra exhale through your mouth. And then slowly coming back to center. Once again, bringing your feet towards what feels like hips distance. Technically, hips distance is your hip points, the pointy bones on the front of your hips lined up with your second toe. That's the one next to the big one. But it's really just more important that you feel like you have a firm foundation. And so with your hands on your hips, speaking of, see if you can feel the bones, the pointy bones in the front, and then you're going to push into one foot, into the ball of your foot, so that your heel comes up, and then you're going to push so much so into the ball of your foot that it's as if you're going to rise up. So as if you were going to stand on the ball of your foot, but you're not. And then switch sides. So same thing, pushing into the ball of your foot and pushing in as if you were going to stand up, but you're not. And then lower your heel. And now back to the other side, to the first side, pushing in. And notice here how far up the sensations go. So maybe you feel the ball of your foot. Maybe you feel sensations through your calf, your knee, maybe into your hip, maybe all the way into your torso. All of these sensations are right and normal. You're just noticing what you notice. And now put that foot down and then go to the other side, pushing into the ball of your foot as if you were going to rise up onto your tippy toes on one side. And take this time and this moment to notice how far the sensations go. And it's completely normal if it's different on this side. And now just going back and forth, pushing into one foot and then the other, almost as if you're starting to walk in place with your hands on your hips, noticing if you're feeling anything move under your hands. Maybe you can feel your hip points moving around. Maybe you can feel your muscles moving. Maybe there's nothing happening under your hands. That's all totally normal. We're just noticing what we notice. All right. And now both heels on the ground, hands by the side of your body. Bring one hand to your low belly and one hand to the center of your chest. Making circles on the outer edges of your feet, so you're allowing the presence of your body to push into the edges of your feet. Noticing what you notice on the bottoms of your feet. And then seeking your center of gravity, this place inside of you that draws you back to center. You can have, I suggest you keep your eyes open, but you could softly gaze at the floor. When we look at others, we naturally co-regulate with them. So if you're watching my circulating, then you might be circulating to my rhythm. So just take a moment to softly gaze down or somewhere away from me. Just checking in that you're tuning into your own self. And then come to center. Release your arms to the side of your body. And now, if you like, closing your eyes to notice what you notice on the right side of your body. And then notice what you notice on the left side of your body. And then notice your breath in the center. Noticing your inhale and your exhale. And now bringing your hands back to your low belly and the center of your chest. And now you're going to make the circles in the opposite direction. It's okay if you're not sure if you're going in the opposite direction. It's probably just the way that feels weird, because the first time you did it, you went the way that you went without thinking. That's your natural way. So this is just your other natural way. And once again, noticing what you notice on the bottoms of your feet. Notice if you feel the texture of whatever your feet are on, whether they're on a carpet, a yoga mat, floor. Noticing the differences in pressure through the different parts of your feet. And then seeking your center of gravity. Noticing that there's a place inside of your body that's drawing you to the center. And then tuning into your own center. And coming back to center. Once again, releasing your arms to the side of your body. And again, either closing your eyes or gazing down the bridge of your nose. And notice what you notice on the left side of your body. And then notice what you notice on the right side of your body. And then notice your breath in the center. Your inhale, your exhale, the rhythm of your breath. Now opening your eyes if they're closed. And we're going to go back to lifting one heel, but this time we're going to add raising an arm. So you're going to lift your heel, raise your arm, and then you're going to look away from your arm over your shoulder, and then lower everything down and come back to the center. And then you're going to go to the other side. So lifting your heel and your arm and looking over your opposite shoulder, and then back down. And we're going side to side. And then adding the breath. So you're going to inhale as you lift and look over your shoulder. And then as you exhale, you come back to center. And again, in and out of your nose. Maybe bringing the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth, to keep the breath coming in and out of the nose. One more time, each side. And then back to center. Rotate your arms, your palms face front. As you inhale, spread your arms out into the space around you, pushing so far that you can feel the extension all the way into your armpits, up and over your head. Bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers except for your index fingers. And now lift your ribs away from your hips and arc to one side. Now come back to center. Maybe you can feel the difference in the two sides of your body already. Lift your ribs away from your hips and arc to the other side. Now coming back to center. Now we're going to add the breath and a little balance. So inhale, lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, arc to the side. Now take your opposite foot to the side. You can leave your toe on the ground or you can flex your foot. Either way, you are going to get the same benefit from this. Wherever your foot is, inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to draw your foot under your hip, but don't press it down. Now take another inhale, and as you exhale, now press your foot into the earth and arc deeper. Your next inhale brings you to center. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, arc over to the side. Take your opposite foot out to the side, flexing your foot or leaving your toes on the ground. As you inhale, you're going to draw your foot under your hip without pressing it down. Now another inhale, and as you exhale, press your foot into the earth and arc deeper. Inhale, center. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift. Release your fingers. So now all of your fingers are touching their partners. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows, touch the back of your heart. Inhale, straighten your arms, look up at your hands. On your next exhale, draw your hands down to your heart, following with your eyes and your head. Release your arms to the side of your body and then shake everything that shakes. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your head, shake your tongue, shake your hands, shake your wrists, shake your arms, shake your legs, shake your feet, shake, 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 shake. I think they say, shake what your mama gave you, shake what your mama gave you. Okay. All right. And now in any way that makes sense to you, you're going to come to lying on your back with your knees bent. I'm going to use a little blanket for my head as a little pillow. Hopefully you have a little pillow too. So your knees are bent just to allow your awareness to move once again into this rhythm of your breath, taking your feet out towards the edges of the mat, and then let your knees fall into each other. Lift your arms up so your fingertips are facing the sky. And then you're either going to drop them over your face, like as if you were going to do shark mouth, or just let them drop to the earth. So drop to the earth is like this, or shark mouth. Whichever feels the most easeful. And now tuning into the rhythm of your breath, noticing your inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Becoming aware of the edges of your body. Noticing the back of your body and the points of contact with your places of support. Noticing the front of your body, contacting the atmosphere around you. Noticing your clothes and your accessories. And then drawing your awareness back into the rhythm of your breath. Your inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Noticing this full rhythm of your breath, the effort, the ease, the work, the rest, the action, the potential, the space of nothingness and everythingness. Gently release your arms to the side of your body and extend your legs long if that feels okay, or you can leave them bent. And then gather your awareness to your ears, noticing the sound of my voice and the sound of the room and the environment that you're in. And then allow all of these sounds to wash over you as vibration and draw your awareness back to the rhythm of your breath. Gather your awareness to your eyes, noticing the light behind your eyelids or what you're looking at if your eyes are open. And then allow your eyes to rest in their home as you gather your awareness back to your breath. Allow your jaw to soften. And allow your mind to surrender to the awareness of your breath. Allow a fullness to return to your breath. Gently calling your awareness and your mind back to here and now by bringing your knees into your chest and then rolling over onto your side. Maybe using your prop or your hands for a pillow. Rest here for a moment into this original asana, the form in which your body was created. Rest here into the certainty that there is a light within you that is untouched by anything that you've done or that's been done to you. This is the light that shines through your heart and guides your life if you allow it. In yoga, we call it the Atman, that through which knowing all else is known. After your next exhale, press into the floor with your top hand, peeling yourself up and returning to a comfortable enough seated position. Gently gather your hands together at your heart center in a way that feels close to natural and right. Bowing your head to your heart, your true teacher. And then as you inhale, come up, bringing your chin parallel to the earth, taking your rightful, dignified seat here. And I'll invite you to honor your commitment to your practice and your commitment to yourself by making the sound of Om one time. Inhale. Peace, peace, peace.